Hi, this is Christelle Martinet, and this is a scrying session for the post-everything, post-full moon, and post-full moon last weekend. It sideswiped the best of us. Really, really powerful. I just, there was so much before and after that full moon, and I believe we're still under that influence because what I'm seeing is people are, have gone into hiding, holding on for dear life, holding on for dear life. But I do see some respite here. It's as if during that period, a couple of scars were acquired, real scars, scars that mark you for life and that you look upon, and they're there as memories. It will serve you well to look at them from time to time also. It's hard to see the silver lining here because there's silver all around in the sense that there's so much brightness, so much clarity, so much brilliance, really, so much light that it almost as if in this crystal it is battling, the light is battling against the darkness. And what I see is you've probably heard of phantoms, the phantoms that are created in crystals. And it seems that that's what happens when this occurs, that the lightness and the darkness are battling it out. Sort of like a blending into one. And what comes out of it is an initial disorientation. I'm talking about the post-full moon period, an initial disorientation. However, it's as if we all know the direction we've chosen, and we all know that that will be coming up because we've chosen it. We're walking down a certain path, but it's quite interesting to see that nonetheless we insist on being disoriented, and it's brings me to the notion that doubt is not a bad thing, especially take it from a scholar. I mean, doubt is what moves studies forward. Doubt is what makes you seek more answers. But then there are those of us who sort of like that slipper world. Put on your slippers and watch television. Okay, so I'm not talking for myself. I don't have a television, but there are those of us who really want the comfort of stability, the illusion of stability, that nothing changes, okay? And it is an illusion because if you feel that you're in an environment that where there is no instability, there probably is not in the immediacy of your context, but there are things that happen behind the scenes. And you'll recognize that because further on down the line, you get something blows up in your face. And that's because you hadn't had your eye on the ball during that time. Yeah, the brilliance is really predominant here. And what's interesting about the brilliance is that it's full of phantoms. There's phantoms, as if there is inner growth that is quite different from the outer appearance. And I believe that speaks to our nature, our souls, what we're trying to keep stable, but then there's a part that just keeps developing. There's a part that just keeps going. There's a part that never ends, never stops. And I'm reminded of those who go to the gym and walk on that runner. I don't know what it's called, on the tapis roulant, they call it, the flying carpet, and the rolling carpet, they call it in French. And you just keep going and going, and you're not going anywhere. And that's sort of the kind of movement, that static nature of a person who is holding on for dear life. There's a lot of isolation here, a lot of isolation. and isolation even in the midst of a lot of people. You're saying the words. You can be in a group of people, you're saying the words and you're doing your job, but they're outside and you're on this side, and you're not letting anyone in. And this is a direct reaction of the full moon's energy on all of us. And we there's the phantom of the opera I'm brought to think of. The notion here that things change regardless of whether you're ready to do that or not. Things change that will have wide-ranging effects no matter what. That love that you said, that's so strong, that bond is so strong, that will always be there. And in this post-full moon period, I have to say, I'm not sure that that's the case. I feel that a lot of you will have a very rude awakening. On the one hand, because you'll be smacked in the face with something new, the unexpected coming, just unexpected thrown at you. Those of you who have been kept yourself under wraps and guarded, you'll have something thrown in your face. And at the same time, though, shortly thereafter, you're going to get involved in a whirlwind of events that sees you so active that you're going to start wondering, what's going on with me? What is happening? This is not the person I was a week ago. And so this period, between the full moon and the new moon of the 4th of July, there is this disorientation, instability, that where you're trying to get your bearings. And it's lovely because it's all of a sudden, you have everything planned, and all of a sudden something has come in and there's a game plan, a game changer. And it's kind of cute, it's a surprise. And just when you think you've got your life set, something comes along and shakes you up. And that's the kind of thing I like. That's my nature. But some of the changes are so radical that you can't even believe that it's possible for something like that to occur. And but lo and behold, it does occur. And notice, examples of this are telephone calls you have received out of the blue, people coming back into your life, wanting to see you, getting in the message that an old lover has just got married and then divorced right away. I mean, really radical changes, one back to back, each back to back. And you're planning on going on a trip to the Azores. Instead, your plans change at the last minute because someone in the family decides to get married. You cannot leave. You have to be there. But they made their decision at the last minute. It affects you, and that causes you quite a change of events. Now, this period, this interim period between the moons, between the full and new moon, is so surprising, to say the least. I'm seeing a series of surprises, one after another. A series of surprises, one after another. And try as you may, try as you might, it's for a lot of us, it's difficult to get in and become the protagonist and just take matters into your hand and go on. But there are some of us who do actually get on the horse and ride that out and become a champion of this surprising period. In whatever category you are, the surprise is always a surprise. It will rock your boat, in some way. Now you can decide whether to take that as a negative occurrence or as a positive occurrence or as life. And if you take it as life, that could tend to be a more balanced attitude, because you know that change begets change begets change, and you can get ready for the revolutionary changes that are amidst in this period of time. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We are in for a roller coaster ride. Namaste, and have a great interim period. Bye-bye.